Have you ever wanted to do this? Well, then this is the video for you, okay? This is a tutorial on how to terraform in Farming Simulator 25. It's a super fun mod, loads you can do with it, has lots of opportunity for other mods, like it works in tandem with some other mods, which is a load of fun. It's great for gold mining, you know, coal mining, any of the mining, anything. It's also pretty practical if you're doing like logging or something because you can use it to clear land and stuff. But anyways, guys, let's get into the video. All right, guys, so the first thing that you're going to have to do is actually download these mods. I do have the links to these in the description. Little disclaimer, I did not put these mods out, so as of when I posted it, it was working. However, you know, things change. But anyways, I do have the mod list down in the description. Go down there, open up these up. And then what you're going to want to have to do, you're going to open up this, page will look like this. You're going to scroll down, okay, and download the latest zip folder here. Okay, you're going to click that. And then that's going to do a little download, okay. A little zip folder, and you're going to do the same thing for the other mod page too. You're going to scroll down to download the latest zip folder there. Okay, you're going to click that again and it'll download. So you'll have two here. Okay, I've already downloaded this, so I have it already. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to open up your mods folder. Okay, so if you go into your documents, and then you're going to go to My Games, Farming Simulator 2025. Mods, okay? This is your mods folder, okay? This is where you're going to be placing the mods. So, and then you're just going to drag and drop into that file. So you go into your downloads where you just took that mod, okay? This is the one that we just downloaded. You'll have two of them. You're going to take, and you're going to drop it in there and copy it, okay? I already have it in there, so I'm not going to do it. You do not unzip this file, okay? Leave it as it is. As it downloads is how you need it in your mod folder. So when it's done, it will look like the other mods in the folder, okay? One other thing, I did see some people struggling. You do have to have at least one mod installed to create this mod folder from the mod hub. So go into the mod hub, download any of the free mods, doesn't matter which one, and that will create this mod folder if you don't already have it, okay? But the other big thing is don't unzip the folder. You need these folders zipped, but you know, I have a lot of mods on here, but you just take those mods, you drag them into here. That's how you install the mods, okay? Then what you're going to want to redo is you're going to turn your game off and on again, and you're going to be ready for the next step. But make sure you, after you install the mods, you do have to reset your game. Okay, the next thing that you're going to want to get is you're going to want to get a couple excavator mods. I find that these are good for this. So you're going to want the excavator attachments mod. This will give you some buckets for your excavators that will be able to be used with it. And the other one you may want is the excavator tool pack, as well as any other excavator mod you want. Some of them work, some of them don't. However, I believe these excavator tool pack mods will work with it. So I recommend getting those. Okay, and the next thing that you're going to want to do is when you start your world, doesn't matter what map you do this on, this works on all the maps, I believe, you are going to want to make sure that you have the proper mods activated. So you're going to want to make sure any of the excavator mods that you have, make sure you have those on. Fill types for all I would put on. And I'm gonna put government subsidies on just for fun. You know, this JCB loader's fun, so we're gonna put that on there. You know, but the important ones is the terraforming ones. You want to make sure you have those on. So these are the terraforming machines and terraforming's beta, and then your excavator mods you're gonna want to have activated when you start your game. And now that you're in game, now you get to do the fun stuff. You get to purchase the equipment. So I'm gonna just use an excavator just for fun. Doesn't really matter which one in particular. I'm just gonna get the base. Let's do this. We'll do this one here. This one looks like fun. Fast coupler, yes. We want all that stuff. Doesn't really matter on that. The big thing is we want the fast coupler, okay? And then if I go to combinations, I need a excavator bucket. Okay, for this demonstration purposes, we'll just use this one. Not too important for this video, but use whatever you want. Okay, now that you have the piece of equipment installed that you want, make sure that the mod's working. You're going to look in that top right corner, and you'll see a bunch of settings. Those are the new settings that you're going to have. So if you hold R1, or the first thing you need to do is activate it. So if you hold L1 and down arrow, that will activate the machine. And that's going to basically mean that it will terraform. If you have it deactivated, then it'll work just like in a normal in-game one, okay? So nothing too fancy with that. But what you're also going to want to do is you're going to go to R1 or RB and triangle, okay? That's going to open your machine settings. So this is basically your big map for the whole terraforming mod. Some of these are important though. So like material, this is what you're going to be pulling out of the ground. So you can change this to really whatever you want. I have a bunch of fill types depending on what mod you have installed. If I wanted to pull out the necessary, you know, iron ore or the river sand or whatever you need to run the wash plants, if you're doing gold mining, or if you're doing coal, you do coal. Whatever you want to pull out of the ground, that's what you do for the materials. So for this, I'm just going to do stones just for demonstration purposes. Enable materials, what you want. Okay, texture, this is what's going to leave behind. So I like doing some kind of dirt. Looks more realistic, you know. This is what's going to be left over. And your radius and your strength, this is how big of a hole you're actually going to be digging. This kind of sets up just like the painting tool in the construction menu. Nothing too fancy with that. And then this next is the landscaping tab here. So you got clear foliage, clear material. You can remove tire tracks, a whole bunch of different stuff you can do here. If you're running like a bulldozer, obviously you're going to want like clear foliage, that kind of thing. Advanced settings, you know, this is more just changing the size of it. I wouldn't mess with it too much. And then I wouldn't even mess with that last thing. So long story short, we got this thing ready to go. So now that we have it here, we have to toggle the output mode. So the discharge is set in that other menu, but the output mode, we can raise, we can grade, we can smooth, we can paint, material, whole bunch of different stuff with discharge. We want material though. Material is what we're going to actually be getting in our bucket. Okay. The input or the input mode is triangle. Okay. That's what's going to be going into it. So when we dig down, we can either set it to grade, smooth, or lower. Okay. Or paint. We're going to do it to lower. That's basically going to be like digging. So we're digging down with it. Okay. So let's demonstrate here what I mean by that. So we have it set to material and lower. So as I dig, oh, I forgot I have to turn it on. So L1 down arrow will activate it. Okay. Now I can dig into the dirt in the ground. Okay. And what's going to pop out is the stones. So that stones is what the, was what we decided our other material was going to be. I cannot dump the stones there. You know, I must have a, oh, it's a road. That's why. But you can dig anywhere you want now. So I can just dig down and I can dig all to my heart's content. I'm going to get in first person, a little easier to drive. But more or less, that's how this mod works. Not too crazy, not too hard. But as you dig down, you know, you're going to be getting stones. It's going to dig holes into the ground. If you have a bigger bucket, obviously you're going to be digging more at one time. You can change the settings to dial that in exactly how you prefer. But as you can see, I'm digging into the soil right now, okay? And I have stones coming out. Do whatever you want with that. Use this mod how you wish. This does also fix some of the issues on some of the wash plant ones where you have the wrong material types on the maps, because you can set the output to anything. So then you just run this mod, and instead of having lower, just have it be material, and you can pick up the material, and it'll basically change the material for you. So that's kind of cool. But anyways, guys, that's how this mod works. If you appreciate this video, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to have some more tutorials coming out on how to gold mine, how to do all that other fun stuff. And leave a comment. Are you going to use this terraforming? Do you think it's cool? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.